Hi there, today I'm making mushy peas or mushy peas or mushy peas. It's a two-step process. First off, purchase the dried peas. These are green split peas. Most books it says use marrowfat, but I don't know where I can find marrowfat, so these seem to do as well. They're in usually the dry vegetable section or the soup making section of the supermarket. It's suggested to just give them a rinse first and take out any peas that look a bit strange. So I'll put them in here. And the first stage is to soak them overnight in water and a teaspoon or dessert spoon of baking soda, and just leave that to settle. So I'll just do that first. So give them a quick rinse. I'll just leave that there, and I'll make up the water and bicarbonate of soda mix. So just about a, I don't know, large teaspoonful or whatever, or a dessert spoon. And I say that's, just read the label, that's baking soda or bicarbonate of soda, is the name for it. Right, and I'll put the water in first. Just give that a good mix. I'll dissolve the bicarbonate of soda. And there we go. And then hopefully try and get most of the peas into the container. Not too wet. Right. And whilst that's just sitting there, I say I'll come back to this after the overnight soaking. I just give it a stir now and again to make sure that the bicarbonate of soda stays in suspension, and if the absorption of the water, it means the water needs more water, I'll just stick it under the tap and add a bit more water. Okay, that's stage one all done and finished with. I'll come back to that tomorrow and just show how to cook it. Right, the peas have been soaking overnight. As you can see from here, I put some extra water in because they were soaking up quite prodigiously. There they are. And now what I have to do is to wash out the bicarbonate of soda. So I'll just run them under the tap in a colander and try and get rid of all the bicarbonate of soda. Right, so that's those. There they are, washed. You can see that. And put them onto the stove to heat. Now it's best to have a fairly solid base, because they will tend to stick and burn as the water's absorbed by the peas. So I do actually put a bit of oil in here just to try and stop them sticking. I'll let that heat up. And sometime during the cooking process I just add in a bit of sugar, bit of vinegar, salt and white pepper to taste. So basically all I've got to do now is just to heat up the water with the peas in it. Now what happens is you bring them to the boil, and 1 minute they're just all separate peas, and then almost within a matter of seconds they suddenly start turning to mush. So you have to watch carefully for when they go mushy. Depending on how mushy you like it, you might want to keep them boiling or not. And also they absorb quite a bit of water, so it's best to have a bit of water on hand to add should they become too dry. I notice you go in the chip shops and you get little pallets, they can be quite wet, so the amount of dryness or wetness depends on how long you keep them on the heat for and how much water you add. Okay, so that's the oil melted. So I'll now add some water and just put the peas in and see how we get on with that. Now, so here goes the peas in. Right, there we go. So the ratio of water to peas, I've got the peas just covered. Here we go. There we go. So, and I'll put in the extras. So the salt, just I don't know, half a teaspoon I suppose. Pepper to taste. Again, not a lot of pepper. Of course, you can always add and alter the condiments once it's cooked to well, you can add but you can't take away, so obviously don't put in too much. A little dash of vinegar. You can put mint in as well, I'm told, but I've never tried it that way. So. And just a sprinkle of sugar, so again half a teaspoon. There we go. Right. So I'll just pause when it comes to the boil. Right, so it's just started coming towards the boil now, and as you can see there's a wee bit of froth coming up on top. I usually just remove that if I can, and it's probably best to keep stirring occasionally just to ensure the peas don't stick to the bottom of the pan. So although it's saying a watch pot never boils, probably better to watch it than have it suddenly all start sticking and burning. So I can actually feel as I'm moving around, I feel it start sticking to the bottom of the pan. So there's bits of white scum which I'll just take off. Oh, and also I was reading that when soaking the peas in the bicarbonate of soda, don't use an aluminium receptacle, otherwise you get some reaction with the bicarbonate of soda. So if you use a bowl or a glass dish. The peas are still quite hard, as you can hear, and so I've got a low boil, just turn the heat down a bit. taking off the scum. Now, so it's just a matter of waiting for the peas to turn. And it says the longer you soak them, the less time it takes for them to turn. So I'll just keep them moving, and also as I'm doing this I can obviously feel that they're still quite hard. Right, they appear to be turning slowly. They're not quite as hard as they were, and the water's being absorbed. As you can see, you now see the peas at the top. And so just keep them moving so they don't stick to the bottom and start burning. And have some water on hand in case it gets too dry too quickly, and just add some more water. So yeah, they're definitely softening up. And have a taste at this stage, just to adjust the seasoning. Do a bit more salt. Right. So that's mushy peas. And I'll just let them go on for a while to get off some of the excess water.